years old, that one.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, really nice. I mean, it's just coming up to the age where the green is starting to come out properly. See, that actually I got for free. I bought the rocks. I think it's the Dragonstone.
Yeah.
And it came with the trident on it.
Right, yeah. What is going on YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. So now I've just come out of the Goldfish Bowl shop, which was absolutely insane. Go and check that video out if you haven't seen it. There's two. There's one video of me going in the quarantine room and the filtration room, and there's another video of the shop tour, all the livestock and stuff like that. Go and check it out, it's absolutely mental. But now we've got to go and film another tank, which is in Oxford, so it's about 20 minutes from here, which is nice. So I've got loads of driving to do today. But yeah, let's go check it out and see what this guy's got. Right, I just got to Brandon's house. This is his 7-foot tank in his lounge, and he's also got this amazing planted system over there.
That one's 4 foot.
4 foot, that one, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But should we start with this one then, pal?
Yeah, yeah. Sendi Aquatics, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 by 2 by I think 2.5 tall.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's in the transitioning phase at the minute.
Yeah, you've had a bit of a problem, haven't you?
Yeah, yeah. It crashed. I added the big green Nami green arowana. I rescued it from someone. They're 7 years old, that one.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, really nice. I mean, it's just coming up to the age where the green is starting to come out properly.
Yeah, yeah.
So give it another 6 months, a year, and it'll be a real nice pattern on those scales. But yeah, that one crashed the tank. So.
Yeah, it's a big fish. It's a waste, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Even with 3 FX6s on there.
Yeah. So what other stock you got there? You got the RTG as well, haven't you?
Yeah, the little one, the RTG. Both of their certificates are up on top. In the frames.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so they're up there, and the little RTG is a bit younger. He's only 1.5, 2 maybe. So he's hopefully going to have a growth spurt in here.
Yeah, he's going to, isn't he?
And I'm probably going to take out the Oscars and the parrots, and I'm going to downsize my plecos because I've got 5 big plecos in there.
Yeah, I noticed that. That is one big sailfin, isn't it? And you've got a big common at the back as well.
Yeah, the little one on the front's the albino sailfin.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I bought 2 of the sailfins. I bought a normal one and an albino from the Goldfish Bowl 5-ish years ago.
Yeah. 4
years ago, and I sold the albino that I bought at the same time because they were in that white tank.
Yeah.
And I didn't have the space, but then when I upgraded I kept him, and I bought another albino, but it's not catching up.
No, no. Is that an Adonis?
That one is, yeah.
I've got an Adonis at home.
Yeah, I know you do.
A real big one, yeah.
I want to try and find an albino.
Yeah.
Get an albino to go with it, and then get rid of all the other plecos and have the two Adonis and the sailfin.
Yeah, look incredible. They get massive. Mine's probably double that.
Really?
Yeah, it's huge. It's scary.
Oh yeah, I remember when I came down to your house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait. I mean, he's strong enough. He's cut me through gardening gloves.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I used gardening gloves to move him from the white tank, and he sliced up my arm through.
Oh no, they're just another level, aren't they? Yeah. When I picked this one up, I wrapped a microfiber cloth around it to get it in the tank.
Oh really?
Yeah, and then just grabbed it really hard, but covered the eyes so he couldn't see what was going on.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go down a fishing shop and invest in a rubber net and a koi sock.
Yeah, I've just literally bought one, yeah.
I think I need one of the koi sock. Looks like a brilliant idea for the arowanas.
Yeah, yeah, it is, yeah, because you wrap them in it.
Yeah, you
once they swim it,
and then just straight out, and
it's
they don't
nice and safe, yeah.
Anything. I think there's also 19 clown loaches and a blue botia in there as well, botia, however you say it. So you see them every now and again.
Yeah, some cool bits in there, and you got a little flower horn as well, haven't you?
Yeah, yeah. I actually did the 5 Oscars for £100 from Sim's Tropical Fish.
Oh yeah.
And my missus likes the flower horn, so I said, would they chuck in a flower horn instead of a 5th Oscar?
Yeah.
And they did.
Oh, lovely.
So yeah, I like that now.
No, that's good of them, isn't it?
Yeah, they helped me out. And a Datnoid.
Yeah, you can't be a Datnoid. Yeah,
this one was the Runt. They've from the same place I got the Red Tail Gold actually in Bicester.
Yeah.
They were selling that one about 35 quid because it was
cheap.
The smallest one and it was not colouring up right, and I was like, well, he's probably just being out competing for food.
Yeah, you normally pay about 60 to 80 quid for that.
Yeah, well, they've got a few more down there going for like 40, 50.
Yeah.
So if I can't sell the Oscars and the Plecos, I'm going to take them all down to Bicester and see if I can swap them for a couple of Datnoids.
Yeah, because with a Datnoid, you're a little bit free flowing. They grow they grow as big, but they don't take as really slow growing, don't they?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, especially with the bio load on this tank. I mean, ultimately, if I do get the predator fish that I'm looking for, the 3 arrow one as the gar and a couple of blackos. Keep the Pangasius shark in there. I'm going to need a bigger tank.
You are, mate. Yeah.
So
if I'm honest with you are. Yeah. Especially when these start to get big, and then one of them wants to be a boss, mate.
Yeah.
That's the problem. You might be alright. You might have a male and female. I've got the male and female in my tank at the moment, Chili Red and RTG.
Oh yeah.
And they get on so well.
Yeah.
They're with each other all the time.
Yeah.
And
I saw your Insta actually.
Yeah.
You showed them swimming proper next to each other.
That's it. They're actually doing the breeding cycle. They're making the noises and everything. So I'm really happy with it. So.
Oh mate, if you can get them breeding, they're not normally breeding in an aquarium.
No, it'd be incredible if I can. I'm trying. And what's this running? 3 FX6s, say, didn't you?
Yeah, 3 FX6s.
Yeah.
The pump that you can see on the left side, that's actually my pump that I'm trying to hook up to a pond filter.
Right.
But the pond filter I bought leaks, so ultimately I've got 4 cupboards underneath. So I want 4 filters, but
yeah.
I've got to send the pond filter back to where I got it from to try and swap it for another one.
Right, yeah.
But I might try and find another FX6 cheap on Facebook Marketplace.
So have 4 FX6s in it?
And just have 4
Wow,
FX6s.
man, that's going to be a lot.
But then hopefully it won't crash like this again.
No. You know what to do on the next tank, mate, didn't you?
Yeah.
Sump, yeah.
I had the 5-foot sump. In fact, actually, the sump on my other tank at the minute, we'll go over in a bit. Was on my tank when it was a 5-footer because it was previously marine.
Right. Okay. Yeah. It's a big sump, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And that was on. So I was tempted to put that on this, but because it's 4 cabinets,
yeah,
I couldn't fit it in.
Right. I see
and
what you're saying.
I didn't want to cut one of the walls out.
No chance. Not with the weight that's sitting on that.
No, exactly.
No way.
Keep it how it is.
Yeah.
But no, where my missus and I we've discussed when we move house, we're going to try and buy somewhere. We'll put a bit of money aside and get a proper big tank made by Andy, I think.
Yeah, and get the sump done, mate.
Exactly, and get it all, maybe steel frame and sump.
Can't beat it, you know.
I really, this is the first tank I've had that had a pelmet on.
Yeah.
With the lids and everything. And I really like that. So I think I'm going to do that again.
Yeah, nice. Right, should we get onto this planted tank?
Yeah, yeah.
It's really drawing my eyes into it. It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a shame. Literally, what, 3 weeks ago, just before you messaged me saying you wanted to come, that light went. I had both of them going.
Yeah.
And I can't find a replacement anywhere.
What make is it?
It's, oh god, I don't know now.
Is it aluminum? Is it aluminum?
Yeah, yeah.
I think I recognise them. Yeah.
It's a size that they don't seem to stock anymore.
Have you tried Riverwood Aquatics?
No, I'll have a look.
I'm pretty sure he sells them. Last time I was down there, I'm pretty sure he sells them. And he might be able to get you one.
Yeah.
Because it's a shame, isn't it? Because it's a
well, that's the thing. They're really nice when they're hanging next to each
gooseneck.
other. Yeah. So I've got a bar on it.
Yeah.
But this is a proper plant growing bar. So actually, it's doing better now than when it had the pendant.
Do you know what? I didn't even know that light was off. Really? Until you said it. Because that other light, yeah. Because from here, it looks like if I look down here, it looks like there's just both lights running. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. But the bar is going from back right to centre front.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, this is an African themed tank with the only exception of my bristlenose. I used to breed bristlenoses and plecos are my favourite, so they're all in here as well. There's about 100 babies in there.
Yeah, I can see them scattered about.
And they're all in the sump as well.
Yeah.
There's a load of them living in the sump.
There's something about a tank like this, isn't there? The way it's, you don't know what's in there, and it's. Oh yeah. It's just like I don't know. There's something about it.
There's oddball fish everywhere in this. There's a fire eel in there. There's a spotted Congo puffer in there. Yeah. That's my girlfriend's fish. I think just there.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah. And then there's also an African knife in there. You went to see a guy with like 30 of them, didn't you? Recently?
Yeah.
A tunnel tank.
That's it.
Yeah. So there's one of them in there as well. But he always hides under the back. You might be able to see him in there. And then I'm trying it with 4 peacock cichlids as well.
Yeah. What's the aggression like, alright?
Really good so far.
Yeah, they've got a lot of hiding places though, isn't they?
Yeah. Yeah, there's actually that one up the top left is I think the Eureka. I think that one's the Eureka.
Yeah, he's got some lovely colours in him.
Yeah, gorgeous. It's nice that he's come out. He never normally comes out like that for you.
He must have known to come over with the camera.
Yeah, he saw you come in. He was like, oh, I want to be on front and centre.
Yeah.
There's an OBJ in the middle. Then there's an albino strawberry just here.
Oh yeah.
And then there's one more somewhere, but I can't remember its name. Oh yeah, right here at the front.
Oh yeah.
But I can't remember what that one's called.
No, I wouldn't have a clue, mate.
But I've never had cichlids before. I've had the big South American and Central American cichlids.
Yeah, but not the Malawi's.
I've had loads of them. I've never had any African cichlids, but I wanted to keep it African-based fish species anyway.
That's a lovely looking tank, and you've got a big gang of congos as well, innit? It looks really cool.
Yeah, that's another Sims bundle.
Yeah.
He said 20 of them for 100 quid.
Can't beat that, can you?
So I was like, yeah, go on then. If they're decent size, he went, they're bigger than we normally get them. And they've been in there a couple of months now. You can really see which ones are the males with the white tips on the fins.
Yeah, and you get,
nice.
What's nice about the congos is the natural sunlight on them. You get the blues, don't you?
Yeah, see, we were me and my missus were discussing between that and the red eyes.
Yeah.
And I argued for these because the colour, and in the shop, in fact Barry has a couple.
Yeah.
And they weren't coloured up properly in the shop. So I had to convince her that this was the right idea, but I'm glad I did.
Yeah, they look incredible in there, don't they? I love the plants as well, mate. So I'm not really clued up on plants. I see you got some Anubias and stuff. Is this Amazon swords, is it?
Yeah, so basically I used to have the 3 pleco breeding tanks, and I had one that was planted. Yeah. So that was like sort of how I got into it, and that transitioned to this. My very first ever tank I had 8 years ago. That Amazon sword at the back right, the really tall one, that was in it.
Right, yeah.
And it was a little 30-litre tank.
Yeah, look at the size of that.
2-3 inches tall. And now that's come with me every fish tank I've upgraded to, it's gone into.
Well, look how healthy it is.
Yeah, I mean, I actually had to tie it up because it was blocking the light of all the plants around it. So there's a couple more plants down here, like this, what's it called?
Vallis?
Yeah, the Vallisneria.
Yeah.
Jungle Vow, that one.
Yeah.
And that completely died back until I had to cable tie it, so it was just going up.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it spreads out so far.
Just to get a bit of light on the other lot.
Yeah. Then there's 2 types of Java fern, I think. This one's the normal Java fern, and then this one's the trident.
That's a lovely looking plant, that, isn't it?
Yeah. See, that actually I got for free. I bought the rocks. I think it's the Dragonstone. Yeah. And it came with the trident on it.
Right, yeah.
And it's just spread, and every time it spreads I just attach it to something else.
Yeah, no, good idea. Well, that's what's the nice thing about plants, isn't it? You can tear little bits off and grow them here and there, can't you?
Yeah, I think the main plants that I'm struggling with, because I tried them before I had CO2 on it, is this octopus plant in the centre. Yeah. That I've never been able to keep one alive, and this died all the way back, and then these 4 shoots have come up this last sort of 2 weeks.
Do you know who's got one of them? It looks absolutely incredible.
Who's that?
MD Aquatics, in their room upstairs, their office room.
Really?
They've got a 2-foot tank up there, cube, it's full of this. Yeah. And it's thriving, and I don't think he's running CO2 or nothing on it at all. Yeah, it's not. And it's doing so well. I think he's got some Congo tetras in there. Yeah. I keep saying to him, let me film the little tank, and he's like, no, not yet.
That's my tank.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So, and honestly, it looks absolutely incredible.
Yeah. Well, I think ultimately, once that's taken in a bit more, I'm going to take it out of the pot and I'm going to put it behind this cave here, so it's coming forwards out of the cave. Yeah. And that grows long tendrils, doesn't it? So.
But I think he has planted it. I think he's took it out of the pot. So maybe that's something to do with it. I don't know. I'm no expert on it.
This one, I think, was I bought this one off Amazon actually. So I think it was grown immersed rather than submerged. Yeah. So when I put it in, it all just died back. Yeah. And now it's growing now. So yeah, give it a week or 2 more. I'm going to cut it out and properly plant it.
No, it's incredible, mate. And then the sump. What we got with the sump there? How big is it?
It's 3 foot, 3.5 feet. Because it's, I think, 4 foot stand. So yeah, it's about 3.5 feet. Yeah. And it's as wide as the tank is, deep as the tank is. Sorry. Yeah. It's about 18 inches tall.
And it runs. Was it run through the bit of filter floss?
Yeah, so it falls down into the filter floss, then down through triple sponge, coarse, medium, fine.
Got an Oscar in there.
Yeah, there's 2 Oscars in here that I took out when I rescued the big arowana. There's the leopard Oscar there, and there's an albino in this one. Oh, cool. I switched the light on actually. And then it comes down and over into my biological media, which each one of these bags is, every time I've ever bought a filter, I kept the media and just put it in a bag. Yeah, good idea. Because I've always upgraded rather than getting rid of. Yeah. So that's every piece of media I've ever had.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, well, you're never
other than what's in the FX6s.
No, that's it. And when you want to set up a new tank, you've got to take the bags out. Job done, isn't it?
Yeah. And there should be about 10-20 plecos living in that media somewhere. Yeah. Little baby bristlenoses, common ones.
Well, they just live off the algae, don't they?
Well, that's the thing. I chuck a tiny bit of food in there every now and again, a couple of wafers, just to help them out.
Well, you probably get a few bits come through here, and some of it does get through, doesn't it?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
They probably clean it up.
Ultimately, they're not going without. And next time I clean it all, I'm going to take it all out and catch them. But
yeah. And then it runs into here. Is this your heater in here, is it?
Yeah. So the heater's in there. I'm running 2 of the same heater on the big tank, and then 1 of them there.
Right.
This is the old style, actually. I've bought the same heater like 6 times in a row.
Yeah.
Because I liked it.
Yeah.
And they've actually upgraded it now. It's got a little LCD screen on it that tells you what temperature it is in the big tanks.
Yeah,
but
nice.
that one's just chugging away.
Old school one, yeah. Yeah, probably never break.
Yeah.
And then it runs into, you got some, is it Purigen, is it in there?
Yeah, there's Purigen in there, and then there is also some floating media. There's some K3, I think.
Yeah.
But it's not moving currently because I've left it there.
Nah, that's alright. At least as long as it's in the water, it doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah, and then TMC reef pump, and then TMC Vectom.
Yeah.
But really, I need to upgrade that.
So what is it? Is this UV, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's UV, which I don't put on all the time. Like if I'm dosing the tank with ferts, I'll turn that off for a few days.
Yeah, just let it do what it wants to do then, can't you?
And that's got the overflow, the backup overflow, and then the return.
So did you build all this sump system yourself, did you?
Yeah, so I bought this from the Goldfish Bowl, this clear seal tank, and I built the stand. I'm doing an apprenticeship for engineering, and one of my courses was to build something.
Yeah.
So I built the stand, and then bought the tank to go on top.
Oh, good, nice.
And a load of my college mates helped me with it. So, and then I bought the tank and the pipe work from Barry.
Yeah. Yeah, so it cuts down the cost on things, doesn't it?
Yeah,
and it's really effective
is.
the way you can see the sump and everything. I love it, mate. I got something about open sumps and seeing the filtration work and stuff, you know.
Yeah, ultimately I want to get a back and side panels on it, and I want to do magnets so I can take the front panel off.
Right, yeah.
Maybe get an acrylic window just so I can check it.
Yeah.
And then, but the attempt I didn't work, so I've got to go back to the drawing board for that.
Well, the guy I filmed before the fish shop this morning, he had the same sort of thing. He had it was on magnets, so we might be able to look at that video and then
I'll watch that one and then go from there.
He wrapped, I think it was MDF in vinyl. I'm pretty sure. And he just basically plonked it on with magnets and he pulled it off.
Yeah, see, I've got some MDF here that I'm going to use for it.
Yeah.
And I'm coating it in the waterproof paint.
Yeah.
So it will look glossy when it's done. And then the magnets hopefully will hold it on, but at the minute the screws are the same height as the magnets.
Right, yeah.
So I need to figure out if I can get a thicker magnet to go on there that will fit.
Yeah, or just pack it off.
Yeah.
Get a packer on there and then put the magnet onto the packer.
Yeah, or maybe like a metal packer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got them at home and I metal shims. Just grind them down.
Of course you do.
Grind them down to a size and then just weld them on or whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure we got some aluminium at work I can nick.
Yeah. Yeah, like that's a bit spray. Yeah.
Yeah, that's I used to have a front bar on there because I wanted doors.
Right.
But I took the bar off and I'm gonna just have the one panel, I think.
Yeah.
With a window.
Yeah, there's no point if you're gonna just lift it off. There's no point having two, is there?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you just make them all work for yourself, then, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And because it's all angle iron, I don't want to be drilling through it to add screws.
No.
So it's hard enough to do it first.
This is stuff we put in when we take windows out that don't have lintels. If there's no lintels, we got this. Yeah. That's what we use.
Well, I think I did it with my college mates and it cost about 80 quid for all the angle iron. Yeah. And the college said, oh, you can use all of our equipment and everything, but just leave all the angle iron you don't use and the next group of apprentices can use it.
Yeah, that's it. It's fair enough, isn't it?
And it's on some engineering flooring to try and balance it out a bit.
No, it's lovely, mate. I love this tank. Honestly, I love it.
Yeah.
And it's so nice how it's in your kitchen.
Yeah. See, it wasn't originally. It was going to be in the living room. But then I saw the 5-foot tank on Facebook, and I thought, you know what, shift it into the kitchen, and then because I painted it white, it matches the white goods a bit.
Yeah,
so once it's all done glossy up and everything, it'll look real nice.
Yeah, so like you said, your missus is into the fish keeping anyway, so you've got it right now.
She used to have a 2-foot cube tank, and she used to breed the polar blue parrots.
Right, yeah.
So she had a lot of these plants actually came from her tank as well. The really big Anubias on the left, that one's starting to flower again. Yeah. That was in her tank.
Yeah, that's an old plant, that, isn't it?
Yeah, so she bought that one off of a guy on Facebook Marketplace who'd had it for like 4 years, and then she had it in her tank for 2 years, and then it's come in here and it's starting to flower again.
Yeah. Well, we'll do in this tank, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just waiting for the lotuses. I've got 2 red tiger lotus.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
They're planted in the back
corners.
Yeah,
bulbs, yeah.
Yeah, in fact, round the left you might be able to see it. One of them with the 3 lace plants.
Yeah, I think so.
I bought a group of bulbs off Amazon.
Yeah.
And they never sprouted. And then I found them when I was redoing the substrate.
Yeah, they'd be fine.
Dried them off, put them back in, and they actually sprouted this time.
Yeah.
So I've got 4 lace plants growing in there and 2 bulbs.
I've got a good mate of mine, he's into his planted tanks, and he's got 5 or 6 lotuses in there now. Yeah. It looks incredible on top.
When they grow, when they start
honestly,
getting some size. I mean, this is technically a lace plant in the middle. This one's like a red one. But that's the same again. You can see the leaves sort of melting away.
Yeah.
But the little leaves in the centre are coming up redder and darker and a bit healthier. So in a few months, mate, this tank will all be flourishing.
Oh yeah, look wicked. Yeah. Well, it does now, mate.
Yeah, I'll send you. Well, yeah, I like it as it is now, but I'll trim back on some of the Java ferns so they're not sucking up so much nutrients, and I'll crank the CO2 up soon.
Yeah. That's incredible. Both the setups are lovely, mate. It's just a shame, like you said earlier, this tank here, we was going to proper look into it, weren't we? But you've had a bit of a problem with it.
Yeah.
But it's not a problem. At least all the fish are doing fine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm keeping on top of it this time. Yeah, it's probably the 2nd time I've crashed a tank.
Yeah.
But keep on top of the chemicals and the readings on the water tests.
Yeah. That's the problem with the big fish, mate. They create so much waste, you know.
Yeah.
You just got to be on it all the time. When I overstocked my 10-foot tank, I was doing a 60% a week and a 20%, so it's 80% a week.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Not obviously both days.
I normally on this tank I do about 60-70% every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't touch the kitchen tank. That gets on every like 6 months.
Yeah, yeah. Neat up this now.
Yeah,
definitely, especially with him.
Some of the big fish. I'm going to reduce the bio-load by selling some plecos and oscars.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do probably 80% a week.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say I've run 60% a week. You should be fine, mate. 60 to 70.
Yeah, right. I'll do that then.
Or do a smaller one, then a bigger one.
Increase the frequency rather than the amount in one go.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I know a bloke who taught me a lot about fish keeping, and no one's got the time to do this, but he said to me the best way to do it is 20% every day.
Yeah.
But who the hell has got time to do that?
Well, that's why you need an auto top off,
that's what I mean. 20% every day, and your fish will absolutely thrive, love it. The plants will love it as well. But yeah, who's got time to do that?
Yeah, I think.
But if I ever run into any problems ever, 20% on the tank every day for a week, and it will literally sort it out. I had ick on fish about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And I did 20% every day, and within the 3rd day it had gone, but I carried on doing it because the cycle was working. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And it made such a big difference. Yeah. And people are like, oh, going out buying this chemical, this, that, and the other. You don't need to do that. No. Don't need to do any of that.
I have found the aquarium salt actually does seem to do some stuff. I've got a tub of aquarium salt up there that I just, obviously with the plecos I can't put too much in because they're soft belly.
Yeah.
But a touch of aquarium salt and they help them peel up.
Yeah, no, good.
And I've got the Indian almond leaves, so I've got a bag of them.
Well, as long as we tell each other all these different things, you know what I mean? It helps each other out, doesn't it, you know?
I'm still trying to build up my network of people I know. I've not really got any mates who are into the hobby anywhere near as much as me. I've got a couple of them with fish tanks.
Yeah.
My niece has got a goldfish tank. My sister-in-law's got a better tank I helped her set up. But yeah, it's trying to just network like the people you sell to myself. Like.
Of course it is. Help each other out, mate, innit? Now, awesome, mate. Well, thanks for having me over, man.
No worries at all. You're welcome to come back when I finish the
Absolutely.
planted tank, mate. And I've got a couple more arrows in here.
Yeah, lovely. Yeah, definitely, mate. Right, anyway, guys, thanks for watching as always. Like and subscribe to the channel, ding the notification bell, and keep it real, everyone.